Hi, this is Donna Ashton, and I just want to welcome you to our 5 steps to creating and selling a profitable online course. And I'm going to pop on over here and do some slides, but we do have some people who are participating live with me, so I'll be popping back and forth to the chat and checking your answers. So thanks for joining me, and let's jump on in and start the training. I'm all about giving you guys as much value as I can during our time together. So let's pop on over, and I'll leave the, you know what, I'm gonna stop this a second. There we go. Okay. All right, 5 steps to create a profitable online course. All right. So how to maximize your training. So if you can just take a few minutes and turn off your phone, silence it, really gift yourself this time with me to learn. Make sure you have paper and pen, or if you take notes on your phone or computer or something, so that you are giving me your attention and really getting the most out of this training. If you stay with me till the end of the training, you'll receive this brand new bonus, Rockin course titles. It's a great template on making sure you come up with a juicy title for your course that your ideal student will love and recognize, and will help you sell more of them. So let's jump in and really talk about creating a course, a program, a digital product, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to learn about the power of programs. So how many of you want to turn your expertise into a course? So whatever that is for you, your years of working, your book maybe you've created, or just your knowledge and experience that you have, kind of your school of hard knocks, or whatever you've gone through in your life. Now you want to turn that into something to help others and do a course. Oops. So maybe you've started one, maybe you have started one. Have you started to create one? Have you tried to put something together? I do hear a lot of people saying they've got some presentations, or they've got some videos, or they've got some digital somethings that they've started, but maybe never followed through, didn't know how to get it, where to put it, how to sell it. Then if that's you, if you wanted to, or you have started, then you're in the right place. So this class, this training is for you if you have been working long hours with not the return that you were hoping to get, whether in your career or your job or in your business. If you're struggling to find clients, or if you are at capacity with your clients and just cannot take anymore unless you clone yourself. If you want to change lives and have big impact. And I know that many of you do, because you tell me all the time that you are on a mission and you have a purpose, and that's what you're here to do. And if you want reliable, leveraged income flowing into your life and your business as a separate stream. So there are people all over the world who are sharing their passions with the world through online programs. In fact, someone just told me that it's the #1 way to make money online these days is through this whole online digital programs. And it's been growing and growing over each year. So therapists, doctors, coaches, authors, people like you and me who have, kind of put in their time, who have put things together, are now ready to say, hey, how can I leverage what I've done in my life? How can I leverage what I've put together in my career and what I've learned, and really help more people and make a better living? But there may be a few things that are holding you back from adding programs to your business or starting your business with programs. So let's talk about what might be holding you back. I hear this a lot. You are not techie. So you might be brilliant at what you do, but you have no idea how to do the techie pieces. And it's a valid point. You don't know how to package up what you do, or you don't know where to start. Like, I have no idea even where to begin. And that's one of the biggest challenges I hear. And you don't have time, right? You're busy, you've got a full career, a business, a job, a practice, and how do I, carve out time to create a course? So we're going to be covering a lot of that in this and talking through these. So here are 3 huge reasons hopefully that will negate a lot of that, to create an online program. One is the leveraged income, right? So I don't know another way that you can, create the leverage, create something once, and then selling it over and over and over again. I just love the way that courses work or programs work, in that it is so leveraged. You can totally take yourself out of the equation. You don't have to be the one there teaching, helping, talking. You can create it once and let that do it for you. Let your course do the teaching or the helping for you. It saves time. So again, you don't have to be the one. You don't have to be the one, taking extra clients to make the extra money or working longer hours. You can let that course be the workhorse for you and save you time so that you could go off to the beach or, spend the afternoon with your kids, or take that trip or vacation or whatever you've been looking for. And visibility. I love this. It really has you, it shines a light on your expertise and it raises you to a different level. And having a course and getting it online will get you known, will get you out there, will get you the impact that you're looking for in your market. So could you use some more leverage income, more time, and business visibility? I hope you're raising your hand. Here's what I'm teaching you today. Why you must include online programs in your business model and how having this business asset will create time freedom and passive income. How to avoid the 3 biggest mistakes that will keep you from attracting your ideal clients and selling out your course. And the proven 5-step system to designing a program that is profitable and leverages your time. How to create 5 figures from just one course, plus build your list. And 5 ways to repurpose your course and earn additional income. So this is a lot, we better jump in. So just a quick little story about me. Online programs changed my business and my life. If you haven't heard my story before, there's me with my 2 girls. I homeschooled and we were homeschooling them. This is from our first day of school in 1st grade. And it's crazy to think of them now as they're teenagers, but here we were. So I was busy and I decided to start a business, and a homeschool coaching business, and I really didn't know what I was doing. And I was kind of limping along and just doing it part-time to make a little extra money from music lessons and, whatever little things that we wanted to do. But the recession hit us just like it did so many other families. My husband has been in the building industry for like 30 years, and we were maybe one of the later ones to get hit, but he did lose his job. And then we were like, okay, what are we going to do? We started, scrambling around, but being a homeschool mom who'd been out of the workforce for years and living in a small coastal town where there's really nothing around but tourism, I had no idea what I could do to, help bring income. And we got farther and farther behind on our bills, namely our mortgage, because it was the biggest bill. We were paying little things. We used up all our 401k and our savings. And then our mortgage kept being the thing that got pushed aside and pushed aside. One day a car drove up in our driveway, and a man got out of the car and started taking pictures of our house. And I knew that it was our mortgage company, and they were about to start foreclosure proceedings. And I mean, after I cried, I was like, okay, now what can I do? I've got to do something. There's no way I could go get a job that would make any money, that make a difference. What can I do? So I borrowed some money from a friend and decided that I was going to create an online program. And I had to do it super fast. I mean, I was literally, each week we got a new lesson, and I was like doing it like right there at the time because I had no time to spare. So I went through the motions and I was all in because I was like, I just borrowed the money. What if it doesn't work? I'm going to not be able to pay her back and we're going to lose our house. There was a lot of pressure on me, but luckily, it turned out well. This actually, I don't know where I dug this up from. This is the first graphic that I made for the very first course that I did, Essential Elements of Early Childhood. So I didn't even know what I was really doing, but I was following along her model. and it worked. My first course launch, the course was $497, was what she recommended. I had no idea that that was a lot of money at the time for what I was doing. 15 people enrolled, and I made $7,455. So I had not a real big list, about 1,500 people, I think, at the time on my homeschool list. So I did have an engaged list. I had been, doing some things and trying to get things going, but very inconsistently, and I hadn't hardly made any money. So this is not, millions of dollars, but $7,000 might as well have been $1 million, because it saved our house. It gave us enough to catch up, enough that we could, hold off. And the thing I really learned was that I turned around 3 months later and relaunched the same course and made like another $8,500. So here are just a couple of the courses that I did in my homeschool business. My courses have generated, and this is an old figure, well over $450,000 or more. I think it's more like $500,000 in my, in the life of the courses. And here's some of the ones that I have done. What I learned was that I could generate money when I needed it, and I could create consistent recurring revenue just by creating a few different courses in my business. I would open up a different course each quarter and enroll people, and then shut down enrollment until the following year. I created like my core programs and a basic revenue stream that I knew about how many people would come in each time. This is the course I would sell this time of the year, and people got to know that that's how I worked, and it was very successful. And it allowed me to do speaking, to travel, to really just start this business even while I was only working about 15 hours a week, continue to homeschool. And now I'm turning around and showing you how you could do the same. So how can programs be the foundation of your business? Do you think, is it possible to have a 10K program? Like, what are you thinking as far as, wow, could I make another $7,000 a month, or could I make $10,000 this quarter? Like, what kind of impact would that have on you in your business, and how many people's lives would you be touching by doing that? So we're going to talk about the money here, because I think, people are unsure how much they can actually make. So that's one of the issues, and one of the questions I get a lot is, how much can I make? I don't know. So let's look at this. So we'll just use $500 for the price of the program. That's what mine first was, and that's sort of an average price for a course. So we will use that. So if you are selling your course for $500 and you enroll 20 students, that's $10,000. So this is how we can get you to $10,000. So whether that's once a month, or once a quarter, or once every 6 months, once a year, however often you want to launch your course or be selling your course, then that's up to you. Some people want to just do it once or twice a year. Some people want to run it every month. Some people want to, like I did, I had a different course each quarter. There's different options here, but let's just see how we can get you to the 10,000. Here's another example, having a higher level course, enrolling 10 students at $997. So you can see, if you want to get to your higher revenue, then having a little bit higher price of course, you have to sell less, right? Only 10 students to get in there, but it doesn't matter. Any configuration, depending on how many students and the price. And here's one here. If you had a $2,500 program for coaching, or a higher level, like 6-month program or something, or 3-month, you only need 4 students to reach the 10,000. So this is just a way to show you how to make 5 figures from one course. Here's 3 different ways. Even if you did these in 3 different types of launches, and how you set this up in your business, where maybe you're running something ongoing, then you do a bigger launch a couple times a year, and maybe once or twice a year you do the higher level package. All right, so now we see what's available and what's possible. Let's get real, and let's kind of jump in here. So let's talk about why courses fail. So you might be like, oh, that all sounds really good, but I tried this and it didn't work. So here's 3 mistakes to avoid when creating a program, and I see this a lot. The first one is creating what you think is a good idea for your course. So having you sit behind your desk and go, oh yeah, I've got this really great idea, I know this is really going to work, is the last thing that we want to do. And I'm going to talk about this as we go through, because it's not about what you want or what you think is a good idea. It's about what your ideal client or student needs the most and thinks is their biggest problem. Overwhelming with too much content. Yes, I have to talk my students down on this a lot because we want to give, right? We're givers, we're teachers, we're helpers. And so we want to give everything we know and help people, but giving too much is worse than not giving enough, in my opinion, because you just overwhelm people with too much content and they can't get through your course. If your course has 20 modules, it's probably too much. And if I saw that, I'd be like, I don't have time to go through that. All right. And having no real outcome to the course. And I will raise my hand and say I did this at the beginning because I wasn't taught that. Even in that program, I had to work this out for myself, that it was much better to have a solid outcome to the course and not just a bunch of general information that's helpful, even though it did help. But it's nice when people can see the destination where they're going and that you give them the steps to take them on that journey from where they are now to where they want to go. And that makes it a real tangible course. It makes them say, oh my gosh, great, I'm going to buy this, and at the end I'm going to get X, and that's what they want. So having an outcome is, having no outcome is a sure way for your course to kind of be lukewarm at best. So what I've learned over these, gosh, almost 10 years now of being in business and creating courses, my failures and my experiences, I'm turning that into success, where I am going out and speaking, I am doing workshops and live events and webinars and trainings like this to help you avoid these mistakes, to move you into, moving forward with this, to avoid the pitfalls that I've done. So I decided to package it all up to share it with others. And it's what I call the power of programs implementation system, because these programs are powerful. Look at what we've talked about so far. Look what having an online program or course can do for you, for your business, and for your customers or your students, right? They're able to get your work from no matter wherever they are in the world. All right, let's jump right into the steps, because I know this is like the meat of what we're here to learn. So step one is to validate your course idea. And this is what I was talking about before. We want to make sure that we are not just sitting there going, this is a great idea, let's make a course, and then trying to sell it. Rather, we're going out to the market and finding out what their migraine problem is, what their big problem is, and we're creating our course as a solution to a problem that already exists. It's a lot easier to sell a course that way rather than trying to convince people that they need what you're offering. So it's very important to choose the best and most marketable idea for your course so that you're not starting off with something that's vague or that people are like, that sounds okay, but I just don't know if I would pay for it. And that's what I find many times with people's ideas. If they're not solid, if they're not really getting to the heart of the problem, then people don't recognize it and they won't spend the money for the course. So your greatest tip I can give you in this entire presentation is to ask your clients what they need. Ask your clients what they need. All right, decide on the best course type for you and your business. So you decide if you're going to do like a large, I'm going to put everything into my whole signature system type course, or if I'm just going to do one piece of the puzzle. So for instance, you are a social media expert. You could, talk about Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, all of the different platforms, Twitter. Are you going to put everything into one big course and do a course on using social media, in your business or something? Or are you going to concentrate on just Facebook? So it's kind of trying to decide where you are and what your business needs, and also your level of expertise, right? Some of you are just kind of going through it and you're not maybe the expert know all about everything. And so you are just at a certain place as well in your business. Some of you are already there and can do the whole thing. So it depends on you and where you are and what your business needs as far as what type of course. Does it need a big high level, you know, $997 course, or does it need a, you know, $297 more of an introductory course? So define your course outcome to create raving fans and satisfied clients. This is what I talked about before. Knowing the destination, knowing what they're going to get, that course outcome is the foundation of the course, and it will help you in everything you do when you're creating it, as far as, you know, what to put in, making sure you're putting in the right components. And also when it comes to your marketing, if you can clearly say, when you take this course, you are going to learn how to use Facebook for your business, train your puppy, lose 10 pounds in a month, whatever. You've got to have a clear outcome of what that course is going to do, and it's going to make it so much easier for you to market and sell. Step 2 is to organize your course, and this is all the logistical pieces, and many times the questions that I get asked a lot, like, how long should my modules be? How many modules should I have? What should my title be? How much should I charge for my course? All those little things. So in this step, this is you deciding the best way to teach the content. You know, should I do videos? Can I do audios? What's the best way to bring it? What's, you know, the best way to bring the content that I'm teaching? And there's not a one size fits all here. I will tell you guys right now, I don't say you have to have 6 modules. It depends. It depends on what you're teaching. It's up to you. Do you need video? If you hate video and you don't have to teach something that people have to watch you do, then I say no. It is nice to do video, but you don't have to. You could do audio. You could do PowerPoint slides with audio. You could do PDFs. If your people love to read through things, then, you know, you've got to look at what you like, the best way that they'll digest the content, and you know, what needs to be done. If you're doing yoga poses or something, you might need to do video, right? You've got to actually show or do pictures at least. So depending on the content and your technology skills and what you want to do is sort of how it goes, deciding there. And the next part is to define your teaching process. You know, what are your steps? What is your system to teach you know, this person how to do Facebook for business, or train their puppy, or, you know, lose 10 pounds? What is the system? So it's, sometimes we have to pull that system out of our heads and put it down on paper. Step 1, we do this. Step 2, they do this. And so it's really defining that teaching process. And then pricing, you know, how much should I charge? You know, what should I charge for my course? And that again is another question. And it really depends on the value of the transformation that people will get at the end of your course, you know, your experience. And I don't like you to price things low. I want you to price it based on what they're going to get. If somebody's changing their life or making more money or improving their health, then I want you to price it according to your value. And that's another whole topic. Oh, here we go. Price your course to maximize your clients' learning and your return on investment. If somebody's buying something for $27, they may or may not even show up and look at it. But if somebody's investing $500 or $1,000, they're most likely going to take it serious. They're going to come, they're going to show up, they're going to do the work, they're going to, you know, follow all of your steps, and they're going to get a much better experience, and they're going to get what they paid for. And it's going to help you because you're going to see that they are successful, and you're just going to get a better quality student. So keep that in mind, that we value that where we have a little skin in the game, and not just something that, it doesn't matter whether we take that or not. Think about the depth of the course and the transformation they will receive, which is what I just talked about. So create a rockin' course title that grabs attention and sells. Yeah, people worry a lot about the title here. I like to make sure we have a solid outcome and know where we're going, and then create a good title. And I'd rather have something that sells based on what it's like, not something that's just gimmicky or cute. Like it's fun for some of you who are like writers or very creative to come up with something, you know, some alliteration or some kind of a, you know, fun word or something. But honestly, if you just say, you know, learn best practices for Facebook and business, you know, like learn how to be successful and gain clients, you know, lose 10 pounds in 4 weeks. It can just be that basic and really just saying what it does, because I feel people will be super clear instead of some vague, you know, empower your life and yourself. You know, that doesn't really tell me anything. What is that about? What does that mean? So I'm more for a simple but powerful title, because that's what's going to sell. And this is the title, Rockin title, course title template you're going to get in just a little bit. When we get to the end, I'll give you the link so that you guys can download this bonus title template. Okay, step 3 is to create the content. Now we know where we're going. We've got an idea of, we've got our idea, we've got our outcome, we've got an idea of price, maybe an idea of the title and what we're gonna do as far as videos. Now it's time to really move into creating our content. So I like to recommend chunking the information so you don't feel so overwhelmed. So I do it in a few different steps when I work with my clients in my programs. We do kind of a bird's eye view, a first draft outline, and then I have them go back and do a more detailed outline under each module. And the time saver method of course creation, again, is you don't have to write out every single word. We do a real hard, detailed outline, and that will show you exactly what's going to be in each topic, and under each topic, all the little bullet points. And we work through what exercises or worksheets and templates that are needed, but you don't have to write out every word you're going to say or do every slide. And because we're gonna pre-sell, and I'm gonna talk about it in just a second, and that's the time saver method, is that you don't have to flesh out the entire program totally. We just have to get a really good outline of what we wanna put in it. And we wanna test everything before we go ahead and do the entire course. So we want to help the customers digest the information so that you'll get referrals and repeat business, right? We want to bring this in a good, digestible way. We want to give them the information that feels like it's in the right order, like I said, step by step, so that they have an easier time getting through the whole process. And if it feels like they're on a journey, walking down, you know, steps, this first step, second step, it's a lot easier for them to see the progress, stay motivated, and get to the end of the course and get that big transformation of what they're looking for. This is the same step where you'll design those worksheets and templates that I talked about, which really helps, especially if you have something that's intangible. If you're doing mindset issues, it's nice to have a worksheet set up for them because it helps keep them accountable. You could have a checklist. Okay, check when you've done this step. You could give them, you know, different exercises and things to help them move through your steps. And I really like having some tangible workbooks or worksheets to go along with your course. It helps raise the value, and it gives your people something tangible they can print out, put it into a binder, or just have it there and see the work that they're doing and keep them on track. Bonus tip when doing your outline is to stick to the outcome. Again, going back to overwhelming, we don't want to kitchen sink everyone and put everything we ever knew about the topic into this course. It'll become overwhelming and people will not make it through. I have done this before, and I have been in courses like this before, and I'm thinking, you've got to be kidding me. Who has time for all of this? And I look at these 30 modules and all these workbooks and this huge thing. I got this one time in this course. It was like a 500-page manual. I'm not kidding. And I thought, what in the world? How am I ever going to get through that? It was so intimidating. So we want to stick to only what you need to get them to the outcome. only what they need to get to the outcome. And I don't mean that in like, we're not trying to shortcome anyone. We want to put everything in there that you need to, but only to get them to the outcome and not give them everything you ever know about dog training or weight loss and fitness. We just want to get them to how to lose the 10 pounds, right? Not everything you've ever known from your health and wellness training. Okay, so now we've got a hard outline. We've got everything in place. We have to find a place to put our content. Where are we going to deliver this? So the next thing is to think about the technology, and that's where a lot of you kind of get a little hung up, but don't let that stop you. There are a lot of really good options on the market, and this is in the last 2 years or 3 years, things have changed, and there are a lot of online course portals and software that is designed for your courses. And I think it's, the need is out there because so many people are creating courses now that the technology has caught up to us. So there are a lot of easy kind of drag and drop options. And if you can, drag a file, if you can upload some things, if you can, create a Word document or something in Canva, then you can do this. So the next step is to set up your platform, to choose whatever that online place is going to be, and add your content. So there are a couple ways you can do this. This is in the old days before we had these places like Teachable and stuff, you had to kind of do it on your own site. So this is me having a WordPress site and having a plugin. If you have a WordPress, and I think Wix can do something similar, but I've not used that. You can have a plugin, a course plugin. There are different ones out there, and you can create your course inside of your website and have it right here. It's on, or you can create a little mini website, buy the domain. That's back in the old days. What I used to do is buy the domains and create a little mini site with a password. And I would not recommend that nowadays, but you could, if you're on a super budget and you want to just do it this way. Then you can set it up that way, and inside you can have the sidebar and have all your lessons and showing you, having it, this is just sort of inside the thing that I showed before. So this is lesson 1, lesson 2, it's all in there. Here's something a little more, what's coming on now, a little bit more professional looking, like a paid month-to-month service, like Teachable, Thinkific, Kartra, Zippy Courses, Kajabi. I'm sure I'm missing some. There's always a new one coming out. There's a whole bunch of them. I think this was inside of Zippy Courses. So this is a little bit more protected. It's a pay per month service. You don't have to have a website. You can upload everything right here. You just go ahead and put your outline here, like unit 1, unit 2, it's all right here. And then you upload your videos, you upload your PDFs, and it looks really professional. And the best part here, and what I like about this, is that it automates and it's secure. Because if you're doing something on your website or you're sending things through email, which I don't recommend, people can share it. You've got to do a lot of manual work on the back end. You want to automate this as much as possible. So, and you also want to make the buying process simple and easy for buyers. If they come and they see something and they're like, what? Where do I get this? How do I do it? They'll click away. So you want it to be very professional. You want it to be easy. The big buy button, they click, they buy, and they go on and they get that email a few minutes later that says, welcome to my losing 10 pounds in a month course. Here's your login. I know you guys have probably done this. If most of you have hopefully, enrolled into an online course, and you get that. So you want that to all be automated. You don't have to do anything. It's all set up on the back end, and when they buy, they automatically get enrolled, get the email, get their login, and they can start right away with their first module. This saves you so much on the back end. You want to think about customer service. Are people saying they can't get their logins, and all this could create some headaches for you on the back end. It's not just about selling the course. You've got to make sure you can maintain the people and make sure they're happy once they have given you their money. All right, we're on to step 5, which is the most exciting place. So once you've decided where you're going to house your course and you can start uploading some of your materials, what I recommend is to pre-sell your students and what I call the beta test. So before you do all your videos, before you do all of your slides and record everything, I want you to take that hard outline and I want you to start promoting it and start enrolling it. I want you to test out the price, test out, you know, the marketing that you've created, test out what you've gotten in there as far as content, and enroll some test students. There's nothing better than getting live paying people to come into your course and to try it out. So I bet many of you have been teaching this one-to-one or have been doing it in a format that's not been a generalized course. It's easier when you're there with someone to answer their questions and to walk them through the content. It's a little bit different when you have to be generalized and you can't be right there answering every question. So you have to come up with content that fits the more general way. So this is a great test of all of that. So I recommend 8 to 12 students the first time. I recommend you doing it live or having some kind of live component to it so that you can have feedback immediately from people. You can hear their questions. You can see if they get tripped up. Like maybe they're all stuck on module 3 and you start asking what's going on, you know, what's happening, and you realize, oh, they need an extra exercise, or let me do a quick video over here, or let me see, maybe I put too much in that module. So doing the beta test is what it is. It is a test. I do recommend you that they pay. I don't want you to do it for free because we need to test that people will pay for this content. You might charge a little bit less for the beta round and let them know that you're getting, that you're expecting feedback and a testimonial at the end if it feels right. So the best way to get to hear what's going on and listen to the success and build some confidence in yourself and your work is to watch people go through this with you. And so each week you're doing a new lesson, you're recording it. When you get done, it's all finished and you have your course done. So, sorry, I didn't do the slides. Beta test your program for the best results, because once you're finished, you will look at that course and say, okay, great. I think I'm going to change this. I'm going to add this. I'm going to tweak this. Every time I've run a course live, I've made some small changes and sometimes big changes to say, you know what? I need to change out that whole module. That's not what they need. They really need this. Because we are farther down the line than where they are. And sometimes it's hard to remember and go back. Sometimes we think they need this and they really need something else. So if you're going to plan to create a funnel and keep selling your course for years to come, then I want you to go to market with an excellent, stellar course that you know people love, people are getting results, and will pay for. And the best way to do that is to beta test. Here's real feedback, real testimonials. And here's a testimonial from someone in my own group. I was able to get some feedback right away and then use this on my sales page going forward, because she's saying, Donna guided me step by step through launching my course. She made something happen I had been dreaming about for some time. My soul had been aching to spread my wings and reach a bigger audience, but I didn't know where to start and I was freaked out by the technology. So anybody who's thinking that, I'm showing that I know that, and that my course is there to help them, even if they have those challenges. So it's a great way to get some people to give you some successes, and that you could highlight that when you go forward. So, and again, using the feedback to tweak your course. And immediate income while testing. Like, what a better return on investment of working on your course and getting paid to create it, right? It really is building the plane while you fly it. And why not? Why do you have to wait? Why do you have to go through all of it? And that's the thing. I don't want you to spend the money and the time and the energy creating all of the videos, doing all your slide decks, doing all this stuff, and then realizing you have to change the content and then go back and redo it all. This way, you're learning as you go, and you can make the changes, and you don't spend, you're getting paid up front instead of waiting and doing it on the back end. So I just love everything about the beta test. And this is also a place for you to decide the next step with your clients. When you get to the end and they're done with their live beta, they might be like, well, now what? Is there a step 2? Is there another course? Can you help us more? I find a lot of people who go through your courses will want to work with you in a deeper way. And listening to them will help you decide, hey, do I need to create course number 2? Or do I need to open up a coaching program for 6 months? After they go through the course, they can move up into working with me in a deeper way. So it'll help you decide that next part, if there's a part 2 of your program, or do they need to go deeper? And again, it's easier to get repeat business than find a new customer. So if you've already got raving fans who love your work, you can move them on to the next phase with you if you have one. And if you don't, then you may want to consider adding that next piece or that next course, because they want more and they want to go further or go to the next step. So here are 5 additional ways to repurpose your course content. And I just love this. So this is, if it's like having a course isn't enough, it can really become your coaching, your group training. Like I was just saying, you could take your exact course and do it out in a longer format and do some coaching calls with you, have a small group, or however, it feels right, and use the same content. You're just walking them through it slower and deeper so that they really get the feedback and the more of a one-to-one support. A book. So it could be that either you've had a book and you've turned it into a course, or you could take a course and turn it into a book. Here's my Waldorf Homeschool Handbook, which really was a course that turned into a book because that's the way I worked it out. So I created my Waldorf Homeschool U, which was basically the same information as in my Waldorf Homeschool Handbook. I just kind of repurposed it. It could be a retreat, like a weekend retreat where you take people to a nice location, or I hear those yoga retreats all the time. You go to Bali and you work on something or whatever, or you just want to have a weekend away with people and do a more sort of a getaway and work with them and really get to know them, but you can use the same content. Or maybe you want to do an intensive or VIP day. So you work with them for 1 day or half a day, and you work through the content exactly more in a rapid fire kind of a way. And then you can charge, $2,000, $3,000 for the same content done in an intensive. Or a mini course, and I love this. So if you've got some steps that are, could be standalone steps in your course, you could pull out one of your modules and make it its own little mini course that really stands alone. Again, depending on what you're doing, it's nice to repurpose. You've already got the whole thing, and I've worked with several people who had that. They just pulled out one chunk of their big course and had a little mini course if they wanted to give away or sell on the side as like a kind of a lead-in to their bigger course. So if you are ready to create a profitable course, I hope you are, if you want to leverage your expertise, if you want to get your work out into the world, or you want to create consistent income, then you are in the right place. And I think a course is the best way that I know to go. And everything I teach is what I know that works. So how can you start creating your program right now? Well, let me pop over here real quick before we get into that and see if you guys have any questions. I'm going to stop here for just a second and pop over and see if we have any questions over here. Sorry, a little technology, not real smooth. All right, any questions over here in the chat about what we've done so far? Where is the chat? Here we go. All right, if anybody has any questions of what we've done so far, go ahead and pop over here in the chat. I just want to pop back and say hello, as I was just talking for a while and I want to pop over. All right, let me pop back over. I'm going to share back where I was. I'll leave my screen on so you can see me. I think this will work. All right, great. So how you can start creating your program right now. Well, this is the whole reason why I've created the Power of Programs, my course. And that is to create the consistent, reliable income, because I think it's really hard to do this on your own. And if you don't know the right steps, if you don't know, where you're going, if you don't know the pitfalls, you could be spinning your wheels. So if you want that time freedom in your business, to spend time with family, friends, to travel, if you want reliable leveraged income, or if you want just to reach many of your ideal clients and make impact in their lives, then the Power of Programs is for you. If you're brand new, just getting your business up and running, don't have much of an email list, or if you are client full, your days are booked and you can't take on any more, then this program is specifically for you. And here's how we'll do it. These are the 5 steps. Again, we're going to go through validating your course, organizing your course, creating your content, delivering your course, and the pre-sale beta test. So what you get inside this course is an implementation workshop, because I walk you through it step by step. This is not just another course where you're kind of out there on your own. This is me walking you through those 5 steps and making sure that when you're done, you'll have that finished program. So I'm going to pop out of this for just a second. Hold on one moment. And let me go over here. Instead of trying to do that, I thought it would be easier if we did this. Sorry, there's a quicker way to do this. Let me share here. There we go. Okay. All right, so this is just inside my Power of Programs on my information page. So I thought I would just kind of go through exactly what's in this course. So let me go on here. You've already heard all that. Here we go. So here's how it works. Step 1 is all about validating your course idea. We talked a little bit about that, but this is the foundation for a super profitable and marketable course. And I know for a fact that this is the hardest step. Even with my private clients and those that I work with day to day, this piece is the piece that you can't skip. You have to do this. So this is going to walk you through step by step how to choose the best and most marketable idea. And I will help you understand what your tribe needs, and the most crucial, what they will pay for. So this is really important. And you'll also decide your course outcome and your ideal student, the best people that you need to market it to. Because sometimes people will say, oh, I can market it to everyone. But that's maybe not true. We're going to pick the best route for you and the best ideal clients that you know will pay and will get the best transformation. Inside this, you get videos, you get bonus templates, worksheets, your big idea template, your course outcome worksheet, your course type exercise. Step 2 is organizing your course. This is those logistics. I'll help you define your teaching system, your process, and some fun exercises. I really like this, to get that out of your brain and into your course. You'll learn how to price your course to maximize your client's learning and your return on investment. Decide the best delivery format and create that rockin' course title that grabs the attention of your ideal client and sells like hotcakes. Here you'll get the rockin' title template, the pricing worksheet, and your teacher process exercise. And I'm going to give you that rockin' title template in just a minute. Step 3 is your course content creation. This is the fun part. This is where we really create that outline. So we'll learn the best way to help your customers digest the information, how to chunk it down so you don't feel overwhelmed and you can get it done, how to design the right worksheets and templates to support your student and get them to the finish line, and you get my time saver method of course creation to keep you on track. And here you get the course creation checklist and calendar, the content outline, and how to create your support materials. Step 4 is your course delivery and your portal. Now you've got to decide where and how you're going to put your course online. This is setting up your student portal, but don't feel bad. I have a techie toolkit that I'll talk about in just a minute that has videos that show you exactly how to do it and what to do to help you walk through each step. So if tech is stopping you, you don't have that excuse any longer. So here's where you discover the options for your course delivery. I'll give you 3 different platforms that you can see in action. This is helping you decide where to automate the buy delivery process for happy enrollees, and setting up your platform. Here we go through the sample platforms and checklists and the welcome your students PDF. And step 5 is the quick launch and pre-sale, that beta process I talked about. So I will show you the quickest way to fill your course and make money while you're still creating it. A simple, doable plan to test and tweak while you earn. So start filling your course before you even record 1 second of content while you use this step. And I give you 2 simple ways to enroll students today, even if your course begins in 3 weeks, how to run the beta group to get the best course ever, And with this, you get the quick launch plan checklist. So those are the 5 steps, and those are the 5 modules that come with this course. But of course, I give you some extras to make it extra easy and simple for you. And that is my bonus library, the Techie Toolkit. I just love this. And I'm constantly adding new things as we go along. So throughout the program, there are tech programs that will enhance your course. You'll watch videos of me demonstrating the biggest tech troubles, all about how to record modules, video tips, editing, course plugins, comparing platforms, designing graphics, PowerPoint slides, and more. I'm going to show you the videos. I'm a very visual learner, and I like to be able to look at something. If I can follow along and start and stop, then I know I can learn how to do it. Bonus 2 is the extra module called Support Your Students, because again, it's not just about getting them into the course, but it's about getting them to the end of it and helping them stick to what they're doing. So I will show you in this bonus step. It's really the difference in a so-so course and an awesome course that has clients shouting, yay, and giving you great testimonials. So I'll show you how to create a community and add value with stick strategies to keep your clients engaged and making it through your course with flying colors, how you can use the feedback you're hearing to tweak your course and get this awesome gem, which is testimonials. Decide the next step for your clients and create additional revenue with this. So the bonus you get here, your checklist, a support checklist, creating a community ideas. Bonus 3 is the expert panel. This is supplemental trainings that aren't necessarily needed to create the course, but will really help you on the back end. Using social media to build your list, tips and tricks for using video, how to design a webinar that converts, turn your online course into a book, finding your soulful signature system, and mastering your money mindset so you can charge what you're worth in your course. So these are a bunch of great trainings that'll help you, just get out your course out there in the world in an amazing way. Here is just a testimonial from one of my clients. She had a $6,000 launch and added 300 people to her email list. And I know she relaunched this course later in the year because she was pregnant, redid it again, same launch, and did even better the second time. Bonus 4 is a support Facebook group. So I don't just leave you hanging. You can come to the Facebook group, ask questions anytime while you're going through your course. I want to be there to make sure you understand everything you're getting and how to do it all. So here's a recap of what you'll get. My step-by-step system to create your profitable course, a reusable business asset you can earn income on repeatedly, an introduction to your work for potential clients, and a tool to reach many of your ideal clients, make much bigger impact. Additional revenue stream that creates passive income, and a time-saving product to give you business freedom for family, travel, and living your best life. So I hope you're in here. Let me think if there's any other. Oh, there is a bonus. The list building strategies for your course. I really literally just got done recording today on list building. I'm doing a whole separate bonus module for you, all about list building, about how to get leads, how to capture leads, and then how to nurture those leads to move them into purchasing your course. So I hope you're in here. You get lifetime access to all the modules. There's a 30-day guarantee. I'm going to pop over back to my other slides in just a minute. If you go through the course after 30 days and have done all the workbooks and sheets and you just feel like it's still not working for you, I'll be happy to refund your money because I know my process works. It's a proven system. If you work the system will work. And I'm giving you guys a special webinar training rate. The normal price for this course is $9.97 and it's on sale now for $4.97, or you can choose the 2-pay option, which I believe is $2.75. So you can get started with that and you can get your expertise launched in 8 weeks. There's just another invitation, and I'll give you the link here so you can go check all this out. You get the 6 training modules, worksheets, templates, cheat sheets, the Techie Toolkit, the bonus training expert panel, the whole power program system, and my bonus list building training to help you. My 2019 list building secrets to help you sell your course quickly and keep it selling. All right, let's pop back over to see if I can pull this back up. There we go. Library, okay, we did all that. Here's my guarantee. This program, you can create your course and start earning income within a short period of time. In fact, again, this is just my story. I made over $7,000 from my first real program launch. But if you do the work, fill out the workbook, you'll see how powerful having an online program can be. But if you find yourself not completely satisfied and show me the work you've done, I'll happily refund within 30 days of the program. So again, the price, this is not just a course, but a system that you can use to leverage and up-level your business at any time. Oops, am I going backwards? You get the worksheets, the templates, the cheat sheets, plus me. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oops. Private work with me to create your course would be $3,500 or more, and that has definitely gone up in our new price structure for 2019. In the Power programs, you'll get everything I would do with my private clients, plus my feedback and support for only $497. So a really great, if you're on a budget and you want to get this done but can't afford the one-on-one, then I've created this for you so that you could get started and get things up and running without the large price tag. And again, you can get started for $275 today if you want to go for the 2-pay. How much are you going to sell your course for? Let's talk about the value. You know, $297, $497, $997. So even if you just sold one course, you would get your money back, or 2 courses, depending on the price. And I'm sure that over the lifetime of your course, you're going to sell many, 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 many courses. At least if you follow the instructions and the steps the way I've laid it out, you will sell that course over and over and over again for years to come, making thousands and thousands of dollars. So I think $497 is a super deal to get, you know, what you're getting. So. Super fast action bonus. If you enroll within the next 24 hours, you get the course critique call, which is a free call, a private call with me after we complete the course to make sure that you're right on top of everything and that you've got everything and all your ducks in a row. So I'll include that as a special fast action bonus if you jump in right away. So let's recap here. You get the complete Power of Programs implementation system, an awesome bonus with a course critique call worth $497, a 30-day money-back, 100% money-back guarantee, the Techie Toolkit to help with all the technology, bonus library, expert speakers, the Facebook community for added support. All you have to do is click the Enroll button on this page to get started and get you up and running. And within, you know, 6 to 8 weeks, because my program is designed to get you starting to enroll around week 6, 7, and 8, you can start making money from your course, from your expertise by following my steps. So let me see if I have any questions. I'm also going to put the link over there. If you do have questions later, you can email at support@donna-ashton.com. Let me just pop over real quick and make sure there's no sorry, sometimes it's a little clunky going back and forth. Let me give you the link here, donna-ashton.com donna-ashton.com/power of programs. And that is my do-it-yourself course. So if you're ready to get your course out into the world in a big way, if you're ready to finally start leveraging your expertise, making an extra stream of income, creating something once that you can sell again and again and again. I don't know a better way than creating a digital course, an online program, whatever you want to call it, to really package up your expertise and start getting it out into the world. So if you want more information, you can click the button here that takes you to the information page. It has everything listed. If you want to get that expertise course critique call, then go ahead and make sure you get signed up within the next 48 hours, and I will go ahead and make sure that I put you on the schedule and that we'll book that out where I can talk with you one-to-one to make sure everything's set. I would love to have you come join us in the Power of Programs and finally get your course up and running within the next 60 days. Again, if you have any questions, you can email me and my team at support@donna-ashton.com. And I hope to see you over there on the Power of Programs. All right, you guys, until next time, bye-bye.